Good afternoon, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple basic web page and some of the background about web development and sort of web programming. To start off with, you're going to have to open a text editor, and to do this all you need to do is open Notepad. Notepad is sort of the standard text editor. Notepad, and there you have it. There's your Notepad. Very simple, very plain. Now, HTML is the language used to write web pages. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the language used to write up web pages. It is not a programming language. It differs on the point that programming languages are used to talk directly to the computer, as it were, and also uh, to tell applications what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and a whole host of other things. HTML is a markup language. It just merely tells the browser, which is the application you use to view web pages on the internet, where to position, say, images, video files, text, data, menu bars, things like these. And very simply, in HTML, everything is made up of tags. The major tag that you need if you're going to want something to appear on your browser is this tag, HTML. So now we're telling the browser anything after this is HTML. But how does it know where to stop? We could write some text here and try and project that. That probably wouldn't work. Why? Because we haven't defined it. We haven't told the browser where does it end, you know, to what extent or how long is the piece of string. So we close every tag, or most tags that we use in HTML, with a closing tag. And to close a tag, we use the forward slash. So there you have it. HTML open, HTML closed. Anything before or after the HTML won't be shown on the browser, because we're saying to the browser do everything in between the HTML tags. It's a bit like if an artist had a frame, and in that frame he had his canvas with his painting on. If an artist were to draw a painting on his canvas, great, that'd be fine. If he was to draw on his frame, that would be very silly. But if he was to draw on the walls around the frame, say if he was in a gallery, then if someone took that picture to another gallery, you can't take the drawing off the wall because the wall belongs to the gallery, to the original gallery. You can't remove the wall and take the wall with you. And it's the same thing here. This is almost like our frame. This is saying this is our frame and our canvas. Our canvas is going to be set up with a head tag. Again, close this tag, head, and the body tag. Now, there's no particular order in which you have to open and close in that, and you don't have to put the tags sort of up and down or sort of side to side parallel. They can go in any order you want. For example, they're parallel. Sorry, these two are parallel. These two are above and below one another, which is fine, totally fine, just so long as you have an opening and closing tag. Great. Now, very simply, we'll put hello world. This is to show that it actually works. And we'll put my first attempt. Presumably this is your first attempt. Hello. Okay. Then we're going to put paragraph. Again, you don't need to close these. These are sort of basic tags. In other words, you don't need to. These are like little statements. So we say paragraph. Paragraphs use 2 lines, 3. Trinity, as to say, and then we will put some more text. Like literally, we'll put that, and we'll use H3. This will define sort of how bold the text is, how big it is also, and there you have it. Now, this very basically is the HTML for your web page. One more thing, these days we use modern browsers, and browsers now allow persons and users to open multiple tabs, and in those tabs a website will often have its name in. For example, if you're onto the BBC's website, when you open a tab it'll probably say BBC News or iPlayer or something in the corner. All you need for this is a title tag. Again, what do I need to do if I've opened the tag? Have you guessed it? Hopefully you have. You close the tag. You close it. So you've defined this as complete. And we'll put this testing. There we go. Now, to view this in your browser, you're going to have to save it. You're going to have to close it and save it. Firstly, to save it, we'll go to File, Save As. Choose your desktop because it's easier. Now, in the future, in the future tutorials, we're going to use a root folder. I'm going to show you how you would normally create a specific folder for all the content for a specific website. But because this is a very basic page, desktop will do, and we'll call it test.html. Again, notice the file extension HTML. I'm telling this document now to be opened and viewed and treated as a HTML document. It's no longer a basic text document, it's a document to be viewed on a browser. Save. Now, if you ever need to go back into this and change code, which most web developers do by the way, although you can use things like Joomla and WordPress these days, you know, CMS software, which again, if you don't know what that is, don't get weighed down about it. Basically, you need to go to the web page, which you most likely will do. Right click and click Open With and choose Notepad, and there you have it. There's your code. If not, if you simply double click, what will happen is there you have it. If you double click, it'll open up in browser view, and there you have it. There's the title bit, testing. As I said, in modern browsers we have tabs, and in the tabs you can have the name of your site. Hello world, my first attempt. Hello, that was the line, and then we put a few paragraph spaces, and in H3 heading 3 we put some more text, and as you can see it's slightly bolder because we've defined it with tags. That is the very basic introduction. If you're getting into web development, I do hope you keep up with it. It's a very enjoyable hobby to have, and it's something, a skill that is highly valued. It teaches you more than simply designing websites, which is quite obvious. It teaches you how to think methodically, analytically and carefully, and it can be a huge attraction to employers and a great thing to mess about with. If you're starting out, don't worry, it's a great field to get into. It's not all that hard, and I promise practice makes perfect. Don't give up, and I do hope you have great websites to send me links to in the near future. I hope you'll tune in again for another tutorial, and we'll move on to the likes of images and stuff, and potentially you'll go to the advanced levels such as CSS. Again, I won't weigh you down. Keep practicing, and I do hope you'll tune into my videos soon.